Hello YouTube! I am KCruzer and these are my thoughts. Now for those of you who are here for the first time, hello and welcome. And for the rest of you who are wondering why you can't see me, trust me, I'm doing you all a favor. Welcome to video 10. Today I'm doing something different. This is my top 10 characters I want in Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS. Now as you may know, Nintendo didn't have their usual press conference. They tried something different. An online direct showed at the exact same time all around the world. And well, they did great. I mean, their first party titles blew us away. Sure, Sony and Microsoft had their live press conferences, but they did okay at best. Microsoft, well, we can forget about them because we already know how their system's gonna work. And Sony did much better with something other than just generic first-person shooters. They actually showed us Square games, Final Fantasy 15, and Kingdom Hearts 3. Yes! Oh man, that was so cool. But for Nintendo, their first-party titles blew us away. Super Mario 3D World, Mario Kart 8, The Wonderful 101, Bayonetta 2, and more. But I'm going to talk about the most exciting thing ever, Super Smash Bros. And while we all saw it coming, we have to admit, it looks gorgeous. And it looks good on both systems. And, well, we were kind of blown away. Even when they revealed the two quirky characters, the villager from Animal Crossing and the Wii Fit trainer. Apparently there was a lot of negativity towards them. Although it seems that I'm the only one with a sense of humor. But when they revealed Mega Man, oh man, I'm glad they didn't have a live press conference because there would have been a riot. Anyway, I hope everyone has fun with this video. If you disagree with me, I'm okay with that. If you agree with me, I'm okay with that too. So, I'm going to have one simple rule for this video. No third-party characters. Now, don't get me wrong, I would like to see third-party characters too. However, this is a Nintendo game. It should concentrate mostly on Nintendo characters. And I'm sure that since Namco Bandai is helping with the balance, everyone will love to see Pac-Man, Klonoa, and the most popular Tails character of all, Lloyd Irving, in the game. And also, since Nintendo and Sega are buddies now, I would have also loved to see Sonic the Hedgehog. But you never know. If Sonic's in, please nerf his Final Smash. Anyway, let's begin. Now, for number 10, I can't decide between Isaac from the Golden Sun series or Saki from Sin and Punishment series. So I decided something different. Why not their offspring? The son of Isaac, Matthew, from Golden Sun Dark Dawn, and the son of Saki from Sin and Punishment Star Successor, Issa Joe. Now, for Matthew, I don't see anything wrong with adding more swordsmen to the game, and besides, his final smash could easily be summoning the giant crystal dragon. And for Issa Joe, he could just fuse with Kachi like he did at the ending.
You're no more a monster than I am. Got it? You're the companion I've been looking for. I need your help.
Defy the will of the creators! Your allegiance to that monster will destroy this entire universe!
There's only one monster here. And that's you, Deku! Kachi. She's just Kachi.
So who do I pick for number 10? Well, it's a tie. For number 10, Matthew from Golden Sun, Dark Dawn, and Issa Joe from Sin and Punishment, Star Successor. How many of you have actually heard of this game? Yeah, I kinda thought so. This is Star Tropics, an old NES classic that, get this, was exclusive to America, yet was made by Nintendo's Japanese team. It stars a boy, an ordinary teenage guy named Mike Jones, an ace pitcher whose uncle is an archaeologist. Mike decides to go visit him at Sea Island when he suddenly finds out that his uncle is missing. So, Mike goes to investigate and look for his uncle. Now, Mike may seem like an ordinary guy, but as the game progresses, he gains weapons such as yo-yos, and he upgrades to maces, swords, laser guns, spike shoes, and even Pegasus shoes. I'm not making this up, and as the story continues, the game just keeps on getting weirder, as he fights the evil Zoda, an evil alien who... That's right, aliens are involved in this game. And, well... hey, trust me, it's an old NES classic, and people would like to see it return. I can already see his final smash. Either he'll have those spike shoes, and he'll just KO everybody on the screen, or the aliens will come down and do this. President Obama was not heard during the making of this video. Anyway, number 9 is Mike Jones. Hey, you never know. If they ever decide to bring him back, his games will basically be a mixture of The Legend of Zelda and the Uncharted series. That's actually not a bad idea. Hey Nintendo, get on it! You know, the more I think about it, the more I think we probably wouldn't have gotten into Fire Emblem if it wasn't for Super Smash Bros. Melee. We got introduced to Marth, the very mascot of Fire Emblem, and we loved him. Next, we got introduced to Roy, and with his game-breaking sword, we loved him too. Then, we were introduced to Ike, a mercenary who swings a two-handed blade with one hand, and that was very cool. But now that there's a new Smash Brothers game coming out, who do we pick? Well, we picked the latest and greatest Fire Emblem hero. His name is Chrom. Chrom is another prince ought to save his kingdom once again, but based on what I'm hearing from critics and other Fire Emblem fans, this game is amazing! I mean, look at this! And this is a 3DS game! I mean, you can forge relationships, you can make bonds, you can raise an army, you can do all this crap, and it's on a 3DS! A handheld! A handheld! I mean, wow, I never got too much into the Fire Emblem series, but with this one you can actually turn off the permadeath? Oh man, I should be kicking myself because I never got this game. Anyway, if there's any character I would love to see in the next Smash Bros. Game, it's this swordsman right here, Chrom. Chrom is my number 8 pick for who I want to see in the next game, and he is amazing. What do all the swordsmen in Super Smash Bros. Have in common? They're all basically knights. So I say, mix it up a bit. How about a samurai? That's right, a samurai. Meet Takamaru from the old Famicom game, Nasa no Muisame Jo. Basically, it's a Legend of Zelda clone where Takamaru, a samurai, has to fight off ninjas to save his princess from aliens. Yeah, I don't know the story. But anyway, Takamaru is a very popular character, surprisingly. Although he's almost never heard of, but he has appeared. Also, believe it or not, even though Takamaru's original game never came to America, he has. His first appearance was in Samurai Warriors 3 as a hidden character, and he also has a game in Nintendo Land, Takamaru's Ninja Castle, where you throw shurikens at ninjas. And, well, this is basically what he does in his own games too. And if you think there's no reason why he should be in the next Smash Bros. Game. Just take a peek at his ultimate attack.
Very well. It is time to put our secret plan into action.
His sword went on fire, and he created a flaming tornado. His sword went on fire, and he created a flaming tornado. What more do you want? Number 7 on my list is this way cool samurai, Takamaru. And wow. Just wow. Okay, this is the part of the list where it starts getting weird. Who here has played Tetris Attack and the Pokemon Puzzle League? Fun games. Very addicting, right? Well, believe it or not, in Japan, these never existed. They actually come from another game, which starts off the Puzzle League trend. And unfortunately, they didn't bring it to America because they thought it was a little bit... well, see for yourself. No, you are not seeing things through the eyes of the Pyro from Team Fortress 2. This is actually a Nintendo game. Meet Lip, a flower fairy from the game Panel de Pon, a Japanese-only Puzzle League game. This is the one that started it all, and Lip is the character that started it all as well. Hey, I don't see any problem with putting Lip in. We need a character to represent the Puzzle League games. Anyway, Lip is a little flower fairy who lives peacefully in the land of fairies with all of her friends. Until one day a dark storm cloud comes and the minds of her friends have been taken over and they start attacking everyone. It's up to Lip to set them free. And the only way to do that is by puzzle battles, very similar to the versus mode in the puzzle games we mentioned earlier. Once Lip defeats her friends, she finds out that they are being controlled by an evil phoenix, an evil dragon, and a demon overlord. And once Lip defeats them on the hardest difficulty, she finds out that they're actually being controlled by a goddess. And once Lip defeats her, she finds out that the goddess is actually her mother, who put Lip through this ordeal to see if she was actually ready to take up the goddess mantle. That's right, our little flower fairy becomes a goddess. In fact, that could be her final smash. She turns into her goddess form and sends thousands of junk blots flying all over the place, random sizes and random places. Heck, okay, for those of you who don't know, even though Lip has never come to the US, some of her items actually have. Believe it or not, in Super Smash Bros., you know the lipstick, that little flower that makes a bigger flower grow on your head? Yup, that actually belongs to her. That's her magic wand. Also, one of the catchiest themes in Super Smash Bros., Lip's theme, is in the game. Even though she was never in the game herself, there has been hints. And besides, even if Lip herself can't be in the game, I don't see any reason why her daughter Furil can't be in the game. Furil is from the GameCube Puzzle League collection, and she had to go through something similar that Lip did. You gotta admit, Lip and Furil are adorable, and Lip is possibly the cutest little goddess we've ever seen. Sorry, Veriti, you're cool and all, but Lip's got you beat. Number 6 is Lip.
Hail to King Karoo! Hail to King Karoo! Hail to King Karoo! Hail to me! This is my finest hour! It's great to be a king. I seem to have a knack for taking everything I want and giving nothing back. I'll take away your jellies. I'll take away your jams. Have a nice vacation when I take your travel plans.
As you may know, one of the biggest complaints about the Super Smash Bros. Series is that not only have we not gotten any new female characters, but we also haven't got any new villains. So I decided to pick one of the biggest villains of them all. Meet KCruzer KRool, Donkey Kong's nemesis from the Donkey Kong Country series. I mean, what's there to say about him? He's Donkey Kong's nemesis. And he is nuts! He controls a whole army of alligators and crocodiles to try to take on the Kongs for control of the island they all live on. With a whole army on his side, it's a wonder why he hasn't succeeded yet. But then again, he is a bad guy. And like I said, he's nuts. In fact, if you actually play the game he's in, his moveset's practically made for him. I mean, he also has multiple personalities. He's been a king, a pirate, a mad scientist, and even a boxer. And in each game he has a different attack pattern. In his king form, he throws his crown. As a pirate, he has a shotgun that shoots cannonballs. And in his mad scientist form, he has a backpack that lets him fly. And for his final smash, oh man, this is pretty obvious. If you were lucky enough to play Donkey Kong 64, which was a really big collectathon, I mean, oh my god, how much do you have to get? And that 101% ending, it's kind of worth it. Anyway, he has a big, huge robot, and it has a big laser cannon aimed straight at the island, ready to destroy it and all the Kongs that live on it. Hey, do I really have to explain it? This is KCruzer KRool. He is nuts. He is insane, and he is an awesome villain. That's why KCruzer KRool is my number 5 pick. Why? Because King KRool rules. Another big complaint of the Super Smash Bros. Series is not only have we not gotten enough villains, but we haven't got any new females. I mean, so far, the only female character we've been able to play as is Samus. But thanks to Melee, we finally got 2 new characters. Princess Peach from the Super Mario Bros. Series, and Princess Zelda from The Legend of Zelda, who can transform into Sheik, which is very cool. No, Toonzella is not on this list, although it would be cool to see her transform into Tetra. But since we need more female characters, I think I know one that definitely fits into Super Smash Bros. Series. And trust me when I tell you, this one is Foxy. Meet Crystal. Crystal from the Star Fox series, an ace pilot right after Fox McCloud's heart. Crystal was originally owned by Rare and was originally a blue cat, but once Nintendo got their hands on it and slapped Star Fox right on it, Crystal became a blue cat, from a blue cat to a blue fox, and became Fox McCloud's love interest. While their relationship has been known to be rocky at best, they still show their sides. Crystal has been known to be an interesting character, not just a needy woman, like certain princesses that I mentioned earlier. Anyway, Crystal, I can see her working in 2 ways. One, she will not be a clone. I mean it. I mean, if you're going to put Crystal in, give her staff. And as you may know, the staff that Fox uses in Star Fox Adventures originally was owned by Crystal. It could shoot fireballs, it could freeze things, it could jet propeller, and it could create earthquakes. And another way is that, like Wario, she can change her costume. She can either wear her pilot suit, or she could wear the revealing suit she wore on Dinosaur Planet. And for her final smash, oh, I can see it now. She could either take out a horn and summon a woolly mammoth, or she could call upon Prince Tricky as his adult form in Star Fox Assault, and trample all over everyone. I miss Tricky. Anyway, Crystal will be a great addition. The problem is they'll probably replace her with They'll probably replace Falco with her. and I doubt people will like that. But anyway, Crystal needs to be in the game. Who knows? Crystal, you're number 4. And now if you excuse me, I think I need to get some napkins. Who here has played KCruzer Uprising? Awesome game, right? Bad controls, yeah, but still. Awesome game, awesome story, awesome characters. I am so glad that Nintendo reintroduced us to this awesome series. And we also get more in depth to the characters. I'm glad we got reintroduced to Pit. Sure, he's a bit naive and gullible, but still, he's a brave hero, and still very cool. We also get more in depth to Palutena, the goddess of light. Who knew the goddess of light was so lighthearted? And we also get a whole bunch of new characters, such as Verity, the goddess of nature. Sure, she's a bit of a brat, and a bit of a fourth wall breaker, but she's still very cool. I think she has a crush on Pit. And also we got introduced to a very badass villain, Hades, the god of the underworld. Oh man, this guy was evil, and he would just smear it right in your face. I mean, wow. He was a cool villain. I would love to see them in Super Smash Bros., but I really can't see how they would work. Sure, Palutena has her magic and she can fight with it. And Verity, well, she can send her reset bomb, but that's about it. And Hades, wow, they would have to shrink him down. A lot. A whole lot. But if there's one character that definitely deserves to be in Super Smash Bros., thanks to KCruzer Uprising, is this character here. Think about it. What do all the swordsmen in the Super Smash Bros. Series have in common? They're all a bunch of pretty boys. So, you want a heavy-hitting swordsman and a real badass? Well, this is your guy.
Look at that! How did a human make it into the castle?
Well, I didn't expect to see an angel here. Hope this doesn't mean I've kicked the bucket.
Meet Magnus, and he is awesome! He's a mercenary for hire who hunts down monsters. He also has a family. Until one day his partner transformed into Dark Lord Gal and took his child away from him. Now, Magnus is on a quest for revenge to protect the innocent and take down Dark Lord Gal. When you first meet Magnus, he's a very mysterious character until Palutena explains him. But as time goes on, he becomes one of the most liked characters in the KCruzer Uprising series. He is just so cool. I hope to see more of him. It's too bad you only get to see him in about 2 chapters, although you can unlock him in the multiplayer mode. Magnus, well, hey, like I said, if you want a heavy-hitting swordsman, you got it right there. I mean, look at that sword! It's huge! It makes Cloud's Buster Sword look like a dagger. And, oh my god! I'm pretty sure they can come up with some moves for him, because, wow! Magnus, he's just plain cool. He is just plain awesome. He definitely deserves to be a Super Smash Brothers. I mean, wow. That sword, I mean, how could he lift it? How could anybody lift it? Anyway, Magnus is number 3 for just being awesome, just looking awesome, and just playing awesome. Please, Sakurai, he's one of your characters too. Put him in, please. I gotta tell you, I love the WarioWare series. I think WarioWare series is completely fun. Who knew that playing 5-second minigames would be so exhilarating? I'm sure Game & Wario doesn't have that same impact, but it's still a WarioWare game. It's okay, but it's still nothing compared to the other games. But one thing that's really charming about the WarioWare series is its quirky characters. I mean, look at this cast! We have 9-Volt, a gamer who tries to stay up late when his mother tells him to go to sleep. We have his best friend, 18-Volt, who is into music and into games. We have a mad scientist, Dr. Krygor, and his karaoke robot, Mike. We have alien hunting mechanics, Dribble and Spitz. We have an alien, Orbalon. A shonen Karate Master Young Cricket and and Master Mantis. And we also have two disco dancers, Jimmy T and Jimmy P. But who can we use to represent the WarioWare series best? Well, we do need one, and we also need another female character, especially since we barely have any. So I figured, why not? We have Kat and Anna, two kindergarten ninjas. Sure, they're cool and all, and they were an assist trophy in Brawl, but what else can they really do? Besides, I mean, I'm sure somebody could think of it. I mean, for crying out loud, they're ninjas. They could probably be like the Ice Climbers. But then again, we also have Penny Krygor, who is Dr. Krygor's granddaughter. She is as cute as she is smart, and vice versa. I'm pretty sure they could think of something for her. And did I mention she's cute? And also, Ashley, an 8-year-old witch, and she is awesome. She is just so, wow, cool. But I really can't see how she would work. I'm pretty sure they could think of something. I think Ashley would make a great assist trophy. But if there's one character that definitely represents the WarioWare series almost as good as Wario himself, it's this character right here.
This here is Mona Pizza, makers of the world's best pizza. Fresh sauce and cheese galore, brought straight to your front door. This here is Mona Pizza.
Meet WarioWare's #1 employee, Mona. Mona is a 17-year-old girl that can do anything and everything. And I mean anything and everything. Ever since the very first WarioWare game, Mona has been a mainstay in the series. She's also one of the fan favorites too. And for some odd reason, she seems to have a crush on Wario. Ew. Anyway, Mona, I can see her playing as a Super Smash Bros. Character because there are so many things this girl can do. I mean, does she even have a social life? And she can still do all this stuff? I mean, look at her. In the first game, she was working in an ice cream parlor. Then she was working in a pizza parlor. Then she was working as a rock band, in a rock band. Then she was a cheerleader. Then she was an explorer. Then she was a nurse. And then she became an investigative reporter. And she can still do all this stuff. And she's only 17 years old. Is there anything she can't do? Well, some people might say, well, she can't fight. Are you sure? Because I remember on the very first WarioWare website, it actually stated that one of her hobbies is kickboxing. Kickboxing? Really? With all the stuff she could do, she could also kickbox? Wow! I mean, who knows what she could do? She could do a cheerleader twirl, she could send one of her animal friends, she could ride on her moped, or maybe she could just rock out with her guitar. Or maybe she could do all of the above. And for her final smash, let's get a little creative. Either she rocks out with her entire band, or the entire WarioWare cast, or maybe she'll eat a piece of garlic like Wario and become Mona Woman. Or who knows? Maybe she'll summon Ashley, and then we find out what the heck Pantalones Giganticus means.
Wow, hold it, stop! That totally goes against the laws of nature, and that last shot is so wrong, it's insane, and I need to calm down!
I'm just kidding. If you speak Spanish, then you will know that Pantalones Giganticus just means giant pants. Anyway, #2 goes to Mona, the teenage girl that could do anything and everything. I just wish she was 18 instead of 17. Wait, you didn't hear that. Okay, before I get to my #1, I'm gonna do something special. My honorable mentions. My honorable mentions are basically characters I thought about, but they didn't quite make it to my top 10. So, here we go. #10, it's never gonna happen. #9, I shall call him Mini-Me. #8, an improvement of the worst character ever. #7, Lucario's replacement. #6, We Can Always Dream. Number 5, the love child of Gene Simmons and Marilyn Manson. Number 4, Captain WTF. Number 3, wait, she's only 10 years old? Number 2, he's owned by Square, so he's third party. We love him anyway. And number 1, oh, so close, but you're only my number 11. Okay, now that the honorable mentions are done, I'm pretty sure I got a bit of hate from all that. But anyway, now it's time for 10 to 2. Number 10, I still can't decide. Number 9, before Drake, this guy was out. Number 8, Prince Charming. Number 7, Samurai Jack. Number 6, Pedal Bear approved. Number 5, lock him up and throw away the key. Number 4, Foxy Mama. Number 3, the definition of badass. And number 2, if only she was 18 instead of 17. And now, my number 1. Name one. Name one good reason why Little Mac should not be a playable character in the next Smash Bros. Game. I mean, have you played the Wii version of Punch-Out? It is fun, it is challenging, and the characters are just plain crazy. And Little Mac, oh man, Little Mac. I mean, he's even gone against Donkey Kong, and Donkey Kong's already in Super Smash Bros. So why not? And besides, he was an assist trophy in Brawl, and after playing Punch-Out for the Wii, he deserves more than that. In fact, what better character to put in a fighting game than someone who's already a fighter? Come on! I mean, and his Final Smash is already made for him. He can become Giga Mac. In fact, I can't even describe how awesome Mac is. Check out the rest of the video. Now, I'm pretty sure some people would prefer King Hibble to be a character, but I'm sorry, Little Mac's just way cooler. And besides, Little Mac is number 1 because he's just so obvious. Why he shouldn't be in the next Smash Bros. Game is beyond me. Anyway, I know that more than half of these characters probably won't make it in, but I'm hoping. Who knows? And besides, Nintendo and Sakurai said that they're not interested in DLC. At least not yet. So, until 2014, anything's possible. And this is KCruzer, and Little Mac is my number 1 choice for the top 10 characters I want in Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS. Until then, this is KCruzer signing off saying, thank you Nintendo, and thanks Sakurai. You guys are the best.